good to be back home, playing on this floor in front of our fans. Against what I would say, I mean, I brag about our conference all the time. I still believe Coach Prelo is doing a great job at San Jose. And, you know, a lot of people could look at their record and say that, you know, it should or could have been an easy win. We didn't want to approach it that way. You know, we just talked about playing our brand of basketball and playing it for 40 minutes. But I thought we did a good job tonight. Really excited. I wouldn't say excited. I think, again, you know, Wellage is a really, really good basketball player. And Fisher, to be, I want to say a freshman, is going to be really, really good as well. So, you know, Coach has some pieces in place to really get that thing going. But it's not a program that you can overlook. Happy with the win, and, you know, just got to be ready for this quick turnaround.
You know, a lot of threes made, a lot of threes attempted. You know, talking to Cody earlier, said how they kind of collapse and protect the paint kind of lended to that. Is that kind of what you saw? And did you expect to shoot as many threes and luckily, you know, make as many, I guess?
Well, watching our game against them last time, I thought what we did a great job was defending and attacking them in transition. Thought they did a better job of trying to get back. And even throughout the process of the game, you know, you heard Coach Prelo saying packing it in, meaning they didn't want us to drive. We did take a lot of threes, and I'm okay with it, but at the same time, it's more about the type of threes. And tonight was a good sign of it because we had 25 assists. But when we're being assertive and someone's touching the paint and forcing them to collapse, and then you're spraying it out, I would take those threes all day. But when we just come down and we pop it around the perimeter and they don't have to move on defense, those threes I'm not too big on. But, you know, HD was feeling it tonight, and I thought obviously some other guys made some as well.
I think last game there was just one bench point altogether tonight. You know, 6 guys getting double figures. Was that, you know, good to see just kind of more people get involved scoring-wise tonight than kind of the usual?
I mean, it always helps, you know, at the end of the day, especially without Lou playing, to have Alex come in, make some shots. Thought Drew gave us some good minutes. Really wanted to get Austin Mueller out there, just in a sense of finding another body to give guys a blow. But at the same time, you know, just happy with, especially on the offensive end of the floor, how together we played. I thought that was really big.
Coach, I think it was in the first half you were down 27, 22, right around there. It just seemed like even the building was just kind of flat, but then you were able to go on a run. It was 60-0.
Yeah.
What changed? Did anything change in your mind?
Well, I mean, that to me was a segment where I thought we really defended, to be honest with you. I thought our zone was really active, forced some turnovers, and then even when they shot it, I thought we did a great job of rebounding the basketball and then playing in transition and attacking them. It was even one of the stats coming into halftime talked about the type of threes we got. When we were running sets and we got them, when someone touched the paint and we got them, and when we popped it around just the perimeter. It was amazing how much of a difference percentage-wise it was. So, but my thing is, I always feel like that energy on the defensive end can create situations like that. I think sometimes, to be honest with you, but that's every team in the country, when the ball is not falling, it depletes you on the defensive end of the floor. But I was happy to see that our defensive edge picked up, and then we got the ball hopping and moving on offense.
I know Wellage got his 19 points, but he took, you know, 18 shots. How do you feel like you guys, you know, defended him better this time around?
It was okay. I mean, I think he's a really good basketball player, and I always say this, man, but he might be either him or the kid at Colorado State, maybe even best shooters in the conference outside of HD. But like I mean, there was a few times I just looked at him and said, man, I like his game. You know, I'm okay with him making the twos. I just didn't want him to make threes. But I thought we did a better job of making it a little tougher for him, rather than what we did at their place. But I thought at the same time, I thought the kid Fisher played a hell of a game today as well. He made a lot of mid-range jump shots, but at the same time, he got on the offensive glass as well. Love his body, love how hard he plays. So again, you know, I think he has pieces that he can continue to build on, and you know, I just wouldn't take those guys lightly. I think they're coming.
You mentioned the short turnaround. You know, you got New Mexico here, so do you give the guys tomorrow off and then get ready, or do you go all the way through after Tuesday and then give them a day off? How are you going to kind of approach it? And not only that, a tough team that likes to press and force turnovers and stuff. So how will you approach this?
Well, we'll practice tomorrow. We probably won't do as much within the practice in a sense of physical battles or confrontations, anything like that. We'll obviously start preparing for them tomorrow. Probably get up a lot of shots, but also talk to our guys about how we want to attack their press, but also how we want to attack them in the half court as well. So, you know, have a chance to watch today's game just to get it out of the way, and you know, I'll start my preparation on New Mexico tonight, and then or get filled in as well by the assistant who's in charge for those guys. But we'll start like right now, or at least me.
You guys have any plans for the slam dunk contest tonight, or do you know the players playing at all?
I'm gonna just go home and watch it myself. I would have invited the guys over, but you know, I think they should just find something themselves as a team. Like and seriously, just them getting together and enjoying it without the coaches being around. But obviously rooting for Larry Nance. I know even when he was here, he was always talking about, you know, if this was to happen and he had the opportunity, how excited he would be. And then I think actually the other thing I didn't notice until Coach Shai told me before the game, but this just speaks on his character as a kid, as a young man, being a head coach at a Special Olympics or something like that game. I thought that was huge, you know, just for him to do that during this weekend. So kudos to him.
Did he ever mention any dunks that he had planned? If he was?
He has, but I'm not gonna say. I'm not gonna say. But yeah.
You're not a doctor. Any optimism with getting Lou back for New Mexico on Tuesday, or?
You would hope so. I mean, it's been some time in between. I mean, he tweaked it. It really didn't get swollen. You know, it didn't get fat. So I think Lance is one of the best. I really respect what he does. And Lou has done a great job of getting in there and spending some time with him. But I tell you what, and you know, sometimes these things could be a blessing in disguise. But as he's been in the boot, he's been really good cheering our guys on. He's been really good trying to help coach guys, which is good. So whenever he gets out of the boot and we start coaching him, he can understand, yeah, this is the same thing. So, yeah.